right, good morning.
Oh, sorry, the music stopped. Oh, I was just getting into it.
You mean the theme from RoboCop?
No, it's some psychedelic drug trip from
What
the
is
70s.
that? Did you Google that?
Oh, it's some random, like, free.
Random, all right.
That's not my software I use for videos.
I think we got to change it.
It's random. It's very soft for all those hard athletes you're showing, running and tackling and stuff.
Yeah, it's weak. I agree. I'm thinking something by White Lion.
Sure, White Lion, Metallica,
Well, I woke up this morning to a solo album by the guy from White Lion. It showed up on my Spotify, and I've been listening to it. I know it's weird.
Really?
Hold on.
And Counting Crows.
New album?
4 new songs. They released an EP this morning or last night.
I don't not have White Lion. It's some other freaking some other device. Love White Lion.
White Lion was good.
2 songs, right?
No, they had a lot of songs.
No, they're 2 main songs.
They had what was their big one? Wait.
And then When the Children Cry or something.
When the Children Cry. From the Road to Valaha. Remember that?
Well, isn't it called El Salvador?
That was a great song. No, that was a great song.
That's an awesome song.
El Salvador. Now you're gonna make me want to listen to it.
Can't you hear them crying out for the people in El Salvador?
What?
You don't know?
I bet you that we could get Mike Tramp on as a guest. He's a singer. Mike Tramp, that was the singer.
Oh.
And the guitar player was a really good guitar player. His name was he was from Queens, Brooklyn, Queens. His name was Vito something.
Now, speaking of local artists, there was remember the rock band Rainbow?
Yeah.
They've had like about 1 million different lead singers, but for I don't know how many albums. There's a guy from Hackensack was one of the lead singers.
Their main singer was Joe Lynn Turner.
Yes.
Joe Lynn Turner. He had a really good voice. I think he's from Hackensack.
Yeah, Hackensack, yeah.
Yeah, because he was friends with
Louis?
No. Herb Newman. May he rest in peace.
Oh, rest in peace, Herb, yeah.
Yeah, Herb. Because Herb was friends with a lot of those guys growing up.
We got to get Jay, because I know you're closer to him, much closer than I am to him. Eric, Love Class.
Yeah, he'd be great on this show. He would talk music all day long.
I did some charity stuff for Sean in Verona, because I have a few friends in Verona and stuff, but I haven't seen Eric in a long time. I know he does all music stuff.
Yeah, the guitarist from White Lion is Vito Bratta.
Yeah, Vito Bratta.
He's Irish, right?
He left.
Yeah, Irish.
He left the band after that big album, I think, or maybe all their albums, but he never did anything else. But he's a really good guitar player.
They got a lot of Italian guys. James Lomenzo, Jimmy DeGrasso. Holy jeez.
They used to play at L'Amour's. Do you remember L'Amour's?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think I saw them there with the Bullet Boys. You remember the Bullet Boys?
I do not remember the.
Yeah, you do. You remember the song "Smooth Up in Ya"?
That sounds really dirty.
You like that?
Wait, L'Amour is the one that's down in Sayreville, right?
No, that's in Queens or Brooklyn.
Tonka-Bunka. You're right. I'm thinking of Tonka-Bunka.
Yeah, there was L'Amour's was in Queens or Brooklyn. Yeah. That was like 35 years ago.
Bullet Boys.
Yeah, the Bullet Boys. You remember the Bullet Boys. The guys sounded like he wanted to be like
well, it says associated acts: Rat, King Cobra, Beautiful Creatures, Vince Neil Band, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, you know that. You know Smooth Up in Ya. I guarantee if you play that song, you would know it. It was right around that 80, 86, 87, 85.
No song I heard on the radio a couple days ago, about a week ago. It's fucking amazing. I can swear it's my fucking network. I don't care. Now, what do you guys? I know we're doing music first today. We're kind of flip flop.
Yeah, let's do music.
Pat Benatar. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I think she's great.
I'd like to hit her with my best shot.
I can't. There's one song I can't stand. I hear it on the radio. Those first couple of riffs, and I turn it off. Can't think of the name of it, but I heard
"Love Is a Battlefield."
No. I love that song. In fact, we that right away. Battle me. What's the better video? Love Is a Battlefield or what was the one with the airplanes? They're flying in
your best shot.
No, they're flying in in World War II.
Oh, you're right. Nothing beats Love Is a Battlefield, man. They were
know,
in
right?
their house. They were dancing.
They were hookers.
You combine at that point, you got Miley Cyrus, Joan Jett. Just put them in a big blender and she appeared. Pat Benatar is super talented. Do you know she did a lot of jazz? She's done a lot of jazz stuff recently.
And unfortunately, not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What she had, 15 hits?
Oh, that's incredible that she's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is weird.
She just missed last year.
Dude, Tina Turner, I think, is just getting in.
Shadows of the Night is the big one.
Shadows of the Night. That was a big one. I mean, she's had so many. Promises in the Dark.
That is hot, yes. And
that was a good one.
This one.
How many songs can we name by Pat Benatar? Yeah, that's a good song. What was it called?
Hell Is for Children.
Hell Is for Children. That's a great song.
Around really hot song. No, but Promises in the Dark is a great song too. That's a nice fast.
Promises in the Dark. Hit Me With Your Best. Well, Hit Me With Your Best Shot was really what catapulted her, I think. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's always I love
Frank is ordering from Leone's.
Hold on, I gotta take this call real quick. Hold on.
The hell is this?
Yeah. How are you?
What are you doing?
Is it me or every time I look at Frank, I just see Artie Lang. I can't help it.
Artie, I can't tell him that.
the healthy version of Artie Lang. Let's.
Oh yeah, now he has that effed up nose.
Yeah, too much coke. No, but Pat Benatar. I mean, I can't believe she's not in the Hall of Fame.
I think last year she came top 3 in the fan vote, and they still didn't make it.
This year, I didn't realize that Iron Maiden or Judas Priest were in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, there's a big push for Iron Maiden.
I mean, I would think if you're gonna do one of those, you got to put Priest in there prior to Iron Maiden. I mean, Priest was if you listen to the real early stuff, I mean, it's very just rock and roll, mellow rock, not mellow rock, but rock and roll.
Very good. Appreciate
And what's amazing, and I give him a million things of credit, is Rob Halford is
Hey, Rob Halford, that's my guy.
Hey, it's Artie Lang. How are you, Artie? Does anybody ever tell you that, Jersey Frank? Never.
They say I look like John Belushi.
Oh, I can see that.
I just like to look
the
like
healthy John Belushi, like the young John Belushi, or right before he went.
I would hope it's the healthy one.
I don't think there was a healthy John Belushi.
But not Jim Belushi, right? It has to be John Belushi. You're not Jim Belushi.
No, John Belushi.
Jim Belushi had a pretty good career.
That and a family, an Italian family from Elmwood Park, which I cannot remember. Baglione.
Baglione. Yeah, that sounds.
I used to have a bunch of people. Hey, you related to Baglione? You look like a Baglione. I'm like, I don't know what that's Baglione.
You look like a Baglione.
I don't know what that means.
Would have hit him over the head with a bat.
Probably.
Who's had all right? More battle me actor version. Who's had the better career, Jim Belushi or Tom Arnold? They're like the same guy, right? Pretty much.
Well, one's alive.
No, they're both
alive. Jim Belushi's alive.
Yeah, Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi.
Tom Arnold. Oh, Tom Arnold or Jim Belushi? I'm sorry.
Yeah, who's the better career?
Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
Because he did the sitcoms.
Well, Jim Belushi does a couple of sitcoms.
Does he?
Yeah, he does Life According to Jim.
That's great.
And there was another one he did too, I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. Tom Arnold was in the movie with Schwarzenegger, that great movie.
True Lies. True Lies.
I mean, that was a great movie.
Didn't he also make a guest appearance on Sons of Anarchy?
Yes, he did. Yeah, you can't beat that. I think Tom Arnold's had more longevity. You don't hear about Jim Belushi at all anymore.
Jim Belushi was in the movie Canine.
Yeah, exactly. Canine.
And Red Heat with Dolph Lundgren.
What?
Wow. How do you remember that?
Because I watch a lot of movies, like my wife tells me.
That you do.
What was the last movie that you watched?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was Red Heat with Schwarzenegger. My bad.
Oh,
He did
Schwarzenegger.
too. Yeah, he did a movie with Schwarzenegger too. Red Heat.
What was Red Dawn? Is that the last
No.
movie you watched?
No.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah,
I
Red
watch
Dawn
it
was
every
good.
time it's on. The new one's pretty good too.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I think Hemsworth is in it. I think it's Chris Hemsworth's in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Anybody watch that new video, the new movie from Angelina Jolie? It's on HBO.
No, I was gonna watch it. Did you see it?
Have not.
I want to watch. What was that movie? I can't remember. I just watched the documentary, the Son of Sam documentary.
Oh.
That's good stuff. Yeah, you should watch it. There's a lot of conspiracies that it wasn't just David Berkowitz who did this. It was like a cult. So it's pretty intense. I enjoyed it. I also just watched the Farrow versus Allen documentary. That's crazy stuff.
Who?
Mia Farrow and Woody Allen.
Oh.
He's accused of the child molestation.
He's a weirdo, man.
Yeah.
I don't care how
molestation, right?
I don't care how good of a movie director, creator, writer he's just a weirdo.
Now, his movies, like, it has a certain audience. That's it.
Yeah, certain.
Yeah, it's like this offbeat comedic.
Try not to fall asleep, audience.
I never really watched a lot of his movies. Maybe I should.
No.
Yeah,
I've tried, and like, what am I watching here? It doesn't even make sense. Who's yelling? I don't know what's going on. It's boring and it looks horrible.
Wait, so who's getting into the Hall of Fame this year in the Rock Hall of Fame?
It's still up for vote yet.
Probably no. I think it just ended.
Frank, look it up.
Working on it.
Yeah, let's see.
Rock Hall of Fame 2021. Let's see. Class of 2021 inductees. Blah, 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 blah. Any day now. Oh, gee, really?
Oh, gee.
All of these, huh?
Who?
Performer category. Tina Turner, Carole King, The Go-Go's, Jay-Z, Foo Fighters, Todd Rundgren. Does anybody know Todd Rundgren?
Yeah, he sings a lot. He's a good writer, and he sings a lot of good songs.
Bang on your drum. I don't want to.
Good. Very good. He's actually produced a lot of music.
Yeah, he has.
Big-time producer.
What?
Oh. Early Influence Award. Kraftwerk.
I don't know them.
Yeah, they got one song. It's annoying. It's one of the most annoying songs on the radio ever released.
It's an old club song.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Wait,
so Tina Turner.
Yeah,
I can't believe that she's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame already. But that's crazy.
I saw. Did you see? They had her story, but she's narrating it.
No.
Holy mackerel!
Good stuff.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
And like it just brings such a delight. I mean, Ike Turner, they said he was a really good musician and everything, but man, was he was
a bad person.
Brutal person.
Brutal guy.
I was in Hollywood a couple times. Actually, somehow ended up hanging out at a barbecue with her sister at her sister's house.
Oh, really? At Tina Turner's sister's house?
I don't even know Tina Turner had a sister.
That's pretty amazing.
She did all her costumes and stuff.
Really?
No, when she was
so she's getting in the Go-Go's? I don't know.
The Go-Go's over Pat Benatar. Really?
No, I would not put the Go-Go's over Pat Benatar.
No, I wouldn't.
No way. No. The Go-Go's they had a couple good songs, but
Now, by the way, I have a question for you.
Definitely Pat Benatar had a better selection of music, better career.
She's still singing. She married her guitar player.
Oh, did she? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it has to be the headliner. It's Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo.
Right. Oh, that's right. Right.
Like everything here, like his name has to be attached to her somehow.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to get the credit for something, doesn't he?
He's got an inferior dick complex. He's got to be. He's got to put his name
who,
out.
who else is getting in? The Foo Fighters? That's
Carole
good.
King.
Carole King is not in the Hall of Fame.
Carole King is not in the Hall of Fame. Very surprising.
I mean, yeah, the influence that she's had on many artists, I'm sure.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z's getting in.
Jay-Z should get in.
What is the most iconic? I'm sure you both have seen this. What is the most iconic Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction performance? Would it be Prince?
Yeah.
When they, you know what I'm talking about.
With my guitar, Jelly Weeps.
Yes.
That was incredible.
Or the Hart sisters and the rest of the band doing Stairway to Heaven.
That wasn't the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's right. That was, I'm sorry, you're right. That's the Kennedy Honors.
That was incredible.
Right?
Yeah, but I think
that.
when you watch Prince do the
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
seen that?
He learned this song the day before. Or
It
that
was unbelievable.
Well, let's give credit where credit is due. Prince, he was a really good guitar player, and I mean, he was another one of those musical masterminds, writing. He did, from what I understand, he did everything on his own. Nobody wrote for him, nothing.
Do you know that he's written so many songs that other artists have.
Right, yeah, no, he wrote for other people.
He wrote Nothing Compares to You.
Yep.
Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And he used to sing it at his concerts.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw him in concert.
He's a little dude too.
What's that?
He's a little guy. Or he was.
Well, he was. Yeah, it's a shame.
I saw him once. It's basically a big jam session,
Well, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Do you like if you did a battle me of him versus Michael Jackson?
Oh, we are. We're going to save that for
all right. We'll save it.
nighttime.
Let's save it.
We're going to save that for a night episode.
So they have early influence awards. Kraftwerk, who I know who that is.
Okay.
Charlie Patton.
Who?
Charlie Patton.
No, I don't know.
And Gil Scott-Heron.
Nope.
Musical Excellence Award. LL Cool J. Billy Preston and Randy Rhoads.
Well, that's all good stuff.
And I don't know what the
I
hell.
mean, Randy Rhoads. Yeah, it was on Blizzard of Oz.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, that was
He
like.
only did a couple. I don't know if he did more than one album.
Not sure.
I don't think he did the second album. I think he was only on the first album.
Does he have a brother, Randy Rhoads?
No.
Who was what band he was in Ozzy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was in Ozzy.
He was in the first solo album by Ozzy Osbourne. Blizzard of Oz.
Okay. Why have I heard that name attached to Night Ranger?
No. Quiet Riot.
Do you believe
Randy
that
Rhoads was in Quiet Riot?
Yeah.
Wow. Not Night Ranger, because Night Ranger came after. They came after. They were like 84.
Heavy metal guitarist who played with Quiet Riot and Ozzy Osbourne. No, these were 70s. No, it wasn't. No, it was 80. 82.
82 was Blizzard of Oz, right? Or 81. He died like literally like a year later, not even.
By the way, they have one album, Night Ranger, that is very underrated.
They have a lot of good albums. They're a good band. Remember when they did well, it wasn't really Night Ranger, but the singer did Damn Yankees?
Yeah.
With that was with who? Tommy Shaw from Styx, Ted Nugent, and someone else.
Ted Nugent was crazy.
Still is.
Here's my favorite.
Wango Tango.
What, Sister Christian? Rockin' America? Oh, Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
That was a good album.
Song.
Yep.
Sister Christian, you remember the video?
That was actually, I heard a story about that song. That's actually about his sister Christian.
Really?
Who is a teenager, maybe 16, 17 years old, and is starting to get a little too promiscuous, and songs about her.
That was a great song.
Yep.
That was a great song. Great video. Remember the drumming that came in that? That was just like, what was the first video that you guys ever saw on MTV?
I watched from the beginning, so I remember like being.
What was the first one?
TV. There's actually there's a YouTube video. I actually had it somewhere where they actually recorded like the first 4 hours of MTV.
I think I remember. I watched the first video. I think it was the Buggles.
The first video was
Video Killed the Radio Star.
Did you watch it?
I think I did. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I remember I was hearing about MTV. I think I was the last family to get cable in Elmwood Park. I was on this thing constantly. My mother couldn't get me. She said, "What are you doing?" I'm watching this movie, watching that movie, watching it. She goes, "You can't watch this movie. It's rated R." Yeah, who cares? I'm watching it anyway.
I'm trying to
But
think.
yeah, I saw the first video. I was waiting for this MTV music TV and was like, "What was I? When did MTV even come out?"
1980.
So
80 or 81.
August 1980, 81.
Yeah.
All right, so here, listen to this. This is pretty interesting. Rhodes got the call for the audition just before the final show with Quiet Riot in 1979. The
And
day
you remember the singer of Quiet Riot?
No, I don't.
He died.
Is it not
Kevin Dubrow.
Oh no, don't remember him.
He may not have been the original singer, Kevin Dubrow.
The day before Ozzy Osbourne was scheduled to return to England, Rose agreed to audition for Osbourne's at a Los Angeles studio. So the day after his last day with Quiet Riot, he auditioned for Ozzy. That's
I think he's the second singer because I think the original singer still tours as whatever his name is, lead singer of Quiet Riot. Now that first song they had was actually a cover.
Yeah, Come On, Feel the Noise.
Yeah. Which is weird because it sounds so perfect for them, right?
Do you know who sang the original?
I forgot offhand.
I know the name, but I forgot to. English band, I believe. I don't know.
It's a crazy story that Phil Collins once tried out for Led Zeppelin.
That I did not know.
I think it's Led Zeppelin.
You're talking about the drummer Phil Collins, not the guitar player from Def Leppard.
Yes, the drummer Phil Collins.
drummer Phil Collins.
So it looks like everything's opening up with COVID now, and we're starting to get some concerts in.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses is still on the schedule. I think
for when?
August.
Really? August what? Do you know?
5th.
God, I'd love to go.
What's the baby do?
Looks like Randy he was on Diary of a Madman too.
He was. That was the second. So he was on the first 2 albums.
Yeah, because that was in 81, right after the tour.
Okay.
And that big concert is still on the docket as well at Citi Field.
Who?
The Motley Crue, Def Leppard.
Oh, they moved it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so next summer. They went to 22.
All right, that we got to see.
Hopefully there'll be a lot.
That would be a lot of fun. I
That's
like to see Guns N' Roses. I don't think I've ever seen Guns N' Roses.
I'd probably like to see more Def Leppard. Probably the most is Motley Crue. I like Motley Crue a lot.
They're terrible live now.
Oh, are they?
Who's the fourth band? Fourth band I'm thinking of. It's Joan Jett opening, or one of the openers.
It was Joan Jett, Poison, Def Leppard.
Poison. See, that's a great. I'd spend money for that because it's like
I saw Poison open up for David Lee Roth.
Oh my god.
That's a long time ago.
Jeez. Now also out today is Bon Jovi. I heard last night. Well, I heard about the movie coming out. They filmed the whole concert. They filmed.
Yeah, it's a little weird the way they're doing this.
For drive-in theaters.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do it.
But they filmed it in Asbury Park.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
But it's not live.
No,
right?
It's not live.
So you just go tomorrow. It's tomorrow night.
And it's not Richie Sambora either.
Well, no, that's 10 years already.
Yeah, they don't talk, right, or something like that.
I don't know. No, I think they talk.
Like I said before, guys, I met somebody who knew him, and he's a dick in person.
A couple other people.
Bon Jovi is not a nice person. If you like, I've heard Springsteen is approachable. If you ever see him, he's a nice guy. Bon Jovi is a dick.
Doesn't want to.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The first video, going back to MTV, the first video I ever saw was Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Oh my God.
That was great. Meatloaf.
I remember, speaking of Bon Jovi, I think I mentioned this, and I'm not sure on our show, but I became a fan of Bon Jovi. It was WAPP, I think it was the 95.5 back in the day. Had a battle of bands, and Runaway won it.
That's crazy that you can go far. I wasn't that far back. I did see him. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I think it was Michael and Lewis went to see him in '85. I think it was before he blew up with Slippery When Wet at the formerly Brendan Byrne Arena.
Go there.
I think, or he may have just released Slippery When Wet. He had to release Slippery When Wet because we were too young. Yeah, we were too young to go in '84, I think. Well, 14. Yeah. I
remember football practice. We must have been sophomores because it wasn't a freshman team. And I remember like a bunch of guys, like Mike Domino and those guys, skipped practice that day because they're going to see the Bon Jovi concert.
Sure, Pantino like that.
I love She Don't Know Me. I think it's a great song too.
That's a great song. That's off the second album.
Yep. 1900 degrees Fahrenheit, right?
9,800 or 7,800.
78, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good album. Well, that wasn't his big album though, because he had. Good song.
Great song. It's not played much either on concerts. It's like totally forgotten.
Yeah. It had that album had Silent Night. Remember that song?
No.
Yeah, you know Silent Night. If you play it. It had
great
remember
song.
that? It was a long time ago. I remember I saw Rush in concert. That was pretty crazy.
Right.
They're super talented band.
I got a bunch of cousins that are diehard Rush fans. I remember me and my cousin Big T, Anthony, we started doing our first show. We did one, like almost a half an episode where we just trashed how boring and like Rush is. Like every song sounds the same. They got 35 albums and like 5 hits.
No, they have a lot of hits, guys.
I can name 2.
I know. Well, you're going to name the Tom Sawyer,
Limelight.
But that's off the one album.
Everything else, I couldn't tell you.
You could, but if you heard it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's the Rush."
Now,
what's that do? Like, what's that? What? Some Spirit of Radio or something?
Spirit of Radio was before. That was before, I believe.
Invisible Airwaves, right? Is that?
That was after. That was more toward their like new wave pop.
And
they did a song. They did a song. I can't recall it, but with Amy Mann. You remember Amy Mann? Till Tuesday, right?
Another great song.
That was a great song. She's a really good singer, and she ended up marrying Sean Penn's brother.
The one who died?
No. He was a good actor.
Chris Penn.
Chris Penn died. Michael Penn, who a lot of people don't realize is related to Sean Penn.
I don't know who that is.
You know Michael Penn.
I know Michael Penn.
Yes, you do. Let me pull him up.
That's one movie I gotta watch again. Remember that movie with Sean Penn where he was in prison?
That's a great movie.
He was getting bullied and he puts all the coke cans.
Yeah, that was
beats the crap out of the guys.
Yes, you know this song.
Oh, I know who that is. I didn't know
this song. Wait, listen.
No Myth? Is that the name of the song?
Yeah, you don't know the song? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
The song was huge. Good song.
Damn, he was in a lot of movies.
Who, Chris Penn or Sean Penn?
Michael Penn.
Michael Penn was in movies?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
He
was in Boogie Nights.
Wait, what was that movie? You're right. The prison movie. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember My Bodyguard?
Yeah.
I don't know why I did. Remember that one? That was a good one too.
I think someone. I mean, I wish I had the money to do this, but I think someone on cable TV world should put together like a total movie network of just 80s films. There's so many 80s films that you don't see. Remember the one like with the girl dressed like the boy for the school report. That was a great
just
movie.
one of the guys.
Just one of the guys.
Oh,
there was at least one movie with
great movie.
All the hijinks of it. Remember the guy with the pizza, the big chubby guy who's delivering pizza and effing all the chicks. That was a great movie about growing up and becoming an adult.
You remember Weird Science?
No. It was another one.
Weird Science, a great movie.
There's so many 80s movies that are just forgotten now that I wish someone should put.
I don't know if they're forgotten. I just think that you do watch it. I mean, go back. Have you guys actually went back in the last 5 years and watched The Breakfast Club?
No.
I haven't watched The Breakfast Club. I have watched Weird Science recently.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Does it hold up?
It does, but you look at it and I'm like, really? That's what they did? That looked kind of stupid.
We were 17, 16 years old. I mean, we
were amazed that they made a hot girl like Kelly LeBrock
out of a computer, right?
What?
How'd they do it? Out of a computer?
Yeah, it was a computer hooked up to a Barbie doll. And then the lights hit the house, and I don't know the rest.
Yeah, Kelly LeBrock.
Who played Big Brother?
Herbert. Oh, you mean
in that the bully?
Oh, that was what he died.
Yeah, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah, and she changes him into a pile of doo-doo at the end.
Yeah, what was his name? Chet.
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 Why are my grandparents in a closet? Oh, they're just in a catatonic state. They'll be fine.
That was a great movie. Yeah, that was good. The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink. I mean,
my mom was watching a movie recently where it was Patrick Swayze driving a truck.
Oh, Black Dog.
I gotta watch that because I never seen that movie.
Wait, what was it called? Black Dog?
Black Dog.
I don't recall that one. I remember the one where he was the bouncer.
No, that was. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I thought
the name of it?
Paler.
You know what still holds up though is like the original Point Break.
Oh, great movie.
Great movie. Top 5 of my
great
favorite.
Movie. Like up there with I don't know if it's pretty close to Die Hard. Die Hard's incredible.
Yeah.
But Point Break and Die Hard, those are great movies.
If
you watch The Dark Knight, okay, there's a lot of scenes. Like, you remember the scene when they went into the bank in Point Break, and they go into the bank in The Dark Knight? I think it's The Dark Knight, right? In the beginning, when they're, all that stuff. Yeah, with Heath Ledger, there's a lot of similarities. Like it's in the cinematography of it, the way it plays out.
You know what? Got the whole mask thing going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was very dark and
I never thought about that, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's those.
I mean, they all go in as clowns, but as opposed to the other ones who were the dead presidents.
That's right, they were the dead presidents.
Anybody see the remake of Point Break? I haven't seen it.
I have.
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad. You know what it was? I haven't catched the whole film. I keep catching it in bits and pieces. It's actually, I think if I watch it from the beginning, it's actually pretty intense because in the original, Patrick Swayze's character, he's an adrenaline junkie. Dude, they do even crazier stunts in this thing. I don't know. It's a hang gliding somewhere. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
But is it a good storyline?
Like I said, I have to watch it from the beginning.
Right.
And not like when I'm not really paying attention or something.
Would you give it a thumbs up?
I'd give it a thumbs maybe.
Okay.
Neutral?
Neutral.
I was thinking the other day, another quick little Battle Me segment. I was watching, scrolling through the channels, the newer Karate Kid with Will
Smith's kid.
Now, who had the better takeout kick? Was it the crane, or what Will Smith's kid did in that movie? That was a pretty intense movie he made.
I think like 4 people watched that movie.
I know.
So,
Watch it. Dude, that's I mean, I get it. What he did a lot of the same things that the old Mr. Miyagi did. Did you watch the movie?
I didn't watch the new
Oh,
recent one.
dude.
Not bad.
I don't know, it's probably like for like a good 5 to 10 minutes. The kid just comes to train. He goes, put the jacket on, take the jacket off, put the jacket. I'm like, what the hell is he doing with a jacket? And he basically, by putting the jacket on and all the motions and stuff, he teaches him karate. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So it was the same thing as the wax on, wax off.
Right,
but
right.
Put a jacket on and take it off.
But the kid's bored to death. He goes, I got to put the jacket on again? This is ridiculous.
But that move at the end, though, that he wins the match, it's pretty damn intense. I don't know if it's, if it was real life.
I think the premise was a little more intense in the second one because he's basically in a foreign country as opposed to moving across the United States.
Yeah.
He's in where? Japan, right?
I don't know. In the second in the remake?
Yeah.
We're spending a lot of time talking about the remake of the Karate Kid today, guys.
His mom gets a promotion and moves to Japan, and he's
Let's talk about Tropic Thunder. So, did you guys both see Tropic Thunder?
No.
You've never seen it?
No.
Somebody was trying to make a case that can they make Tropic Thunder in today's day
Nope.
and age?
Everybody
Do it, right?
Not anymore.
Everybody be arrested.
This is with Robert Downey Jr. I mean, you're talking about less than 10 years ago, or about 10 years ago.
15, right? Frank, look it up.
I don't think Tropic Thunder was. Yeah, it was like 2008 or 9. Yeah. I don't know.
2008.
So 2008. That was a great movie.
13 years ago. Wow.
You never saw it, Frank?
No, I had no desire. It's just I don't know. It's too goofy for me.
Really, you don't like Ben Stiller?
Oh, I love Ben Stiller. I think Ben Stiller's hilarious.
Dodgeball?
I've watched him in quite a few movies.
Dodgeball's great.
Dodgeball's great.
Oh, Dodgeball. Are you kidding me?
Something About Mary.
Ben Stiller, Robert Downey Jr.
Had everybody in that movie. In what? Tropic Thunder?
Brandon T. Jackson. What the hell's that?
Was there a big cameo at the end? I don't want to give it away for Frank.
No, you can give it away. I don't care.
All right, was there a big cameo at the end?
I'm muted.
Muted.
Oh, there I go. So I got a call. And I'm on my phone.
Matthew McConaughey and Tom Cruise?
Yeah. Tom Cruise was great in that.
Tom Cruise was the big cameo at the end.
He plays Wes Goldman.
Wes Goldman.
Great movie. I don't know. Maybe that movie can be made.
I don't know. It'll be tough.
Well, I think I mean, I know we're really not supposed to talk about like politics and stuff. People just need to lighten up just a little bit.
I would agree.
Hey, I mean, I just heard a new rap song by J. Cole, and they're still using the N-word.
Who's J. Cole?
J. Cole. You know who J. Cole is? He's a big-time rapper producer now.
See, I'm not. The last like 15 years, I've completely left the rap scene.
Yeah. All right.
Except for Jay-Z.
Here's a good segue into a last 20 minutes of sports since we kind of flipped the show today. I read this week that J. Cole was signed to go to St. John's on a basketball scholarship, didn't go, but has some mad basketball skills, and he's playing for one of the NBA teams in Africa.
Yeah, he played the other day. They showed a highlight. He scored like 2 or 3 points. That's J. Cole. Okay,
I'll find it.
Cool, yeah.
So let's talk about the Lakers.
Oh boy, I hate LeBron. Oh,
if LeBron wins this year, that means he's got to win 3 series on the road, right? And then go to the finals and possibly beat what people are saying the Brooklyn Nets or Philly or Milwaukee. Is there a case to be made that he's the greatest player of all time?
Well, again, naming somebody the greatest player of all time for me is a big ticket item. Like, you got to have a lot of moxie. And again, I hate to say it. I'm going to bring up another sport. I'm going to bring up Tom Brady. I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, but his body of work speaks for itself. 7 Super Bowl championships with 2 different teams. Now, I know LeBron has won, what has he got? 3? Got
4.
3 titles? He's got 4 titles with 3 different teams. That is also impressive, but he surrounded himself with these super teams. You know, Anthony Davis, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. I mean, you know,
I hate
even some of those mid-season acquisitions. They're bringing in guys. I'm like, what? Where's this guy?
I think you're completely off, Frank.
What do you mean?
I think that if LeBron James, 18 years in the league, can pull off the championship this year as a play-in tournament, go in at the 7th seed, he has to beat Phoenix, who has had an incredible year. He's then going to have to beat somebody probably like Denver or somebody else, and then go through the Clippers, okay? And then possibly beat the Nets. I think he's the greatest. I think he's 5 championships.
No, listen. Would I argue that he's top 5 all time? Probably not. He holds a lot of records, longevity. He's won multiple championships with multiple teams, which is also impressive. But now I'm gonna back Rob, and Rob knows I'm not a big Jordan fan. But is he better than Jordan? 6 for 6. I mean, 6 for 6, and who knows if Jerry Krause and some of those are not. Is it Jerry Krause?
Yeah. Yep.
If those guys could have shut their mouths and just, who knows how many they would have won?
Probably about 8.
But don't forget, the Bulls were bad for a long time. They drafted Jordan. They were still bad and drafted Pippen.
Right.
Was
Jordan and Pippen, and it was all acquisitions. The only big name they really brought in was Rodman. That's the only big name they brought in. And they brought him in. They didn't go to him.
LeBron James is almost better in every statistical category except for points scored per game. Okay, he's a better passer.
Than Jordan?
Not a better defense. I would say he's a better defensive player. You got to put Jordan was one of the greatest.
I know he's a better passer than Jordan. Jordan,
absolutely,
Jordan
guys.
Sick passer.
Guys, there's not even a question. He's a LeBron James is a pass first player.
Oh, I would definitely say he's a pass first player.
LeBron James is probably, in my personal opinion, the best point guard that ever played. I'm a big LeBron James fan. I mean, I think he's done tremendous things.
I was, and then the whole Miami thing.
Yeah, but
he just hops.
We live in a different time. It's a different time now. It's a business. It's different than it was, 20, 30, 40 years ago.
I understand what you're saying. It's another thing that bothers me too, and I understand we live in a different time.
That's not LeBron James' fault.
But I really don't need your political opinion. That is LeBron James. Let's talk basketball. I don't want to hear you talking about
let's just talk about how do you say that he's barely in your top 5? I mean,
No, I said he would definitely be in the top 5.
But
not barely.
But give me your quick top 5. You got Jordan.
Jordan.
You got Kobe in there.
Yeah, I got Kobe in there.
Is Kobe in there because he's no longer with us?
No, not at all.
Because a lot of people made that adjustment. Okay. Kobe.
I'm going to pull one out of my butt. Bill Russell.
Okay, great player. So you're doing it. See, you're focused more on championships.
Championships, yeah.
And you're creating championships.
Yes
with
and no.
Players.
Yes and no. I championships is important, but it's body of work too. Body of work with one team as opposed to multiple teams.
But those days are gone. You can't say that Russell Westbrook, who's now on his 3rd team, right?
At least
he's averaged a triple-double the last 5 years, guys.
Yeah, that's great. And you know what?
Unbelievable accomplishment.
That is an unbelievable accomplishment. God bless him, but he'll never win a championship. And I'll tell you 2 reasons why. Would you like to know?
Sure. 1,
he's a ball hog.
Okay.
And 2, he's got a bad attitude.
Do you think he's got a bad attitude?
Mm-hmm.
I don't question the ball hog. I don't know about the bad attitude. I think he does a lot for the game.
I think he does too much talking, not enough playing.
Really?
Yes.
See, I don't see that. I think Russell Westbrook is one of a. I think that we're not realizing how talented he is, and
he's
he is not even an MVP candidate, and he averaged another triple double. I don't even understand how you can't put him in the conversation. I'm not saying he's going to win the MVP. It's just that we've gotten used to him being so good that we're now saying, oh, okay, well, he does it every year. Dude, for 40 years, a triple-double was not broken, and he's done it now the last 5 years?
No, you
can't just do that because you're a ball hog, though.
No, well...
no, you got to be able to shoot.
You got to score.
You got to be able to score. You got to be able to get rebounds. You got to be able to get assists.
No, I understand that. But if you watch the way he plays, he's a ball hog. That's my honest opinion.
Well, but let's think about it like this.
My opinion.
You're right that he's a ball hog, but at the same time, he's never really had players since the other two have left him. So actually, he's playing for his third team, right? Yeah. Who did he have? I mean, in OKC, after those two left for those 2 or 3 years, he had nobody. Then he goes to Houston and plays 1 year with Harden, right? And now he's with Beal. I mean, he hasn't really had a lot of players around him, so he's got to be a ball hog because he keeps them competitive. They're in the playoffs because of Westbrook.
No, don't get me wrong. Yeah, if he wasn't with Washington, they probably wouldn't even be a playoff conversation. I agree with that. It's just, again, his body of work, the way he plays, the way I've heard he gets along with other players of star caliber like him. I think that's what holds him back.
Right.
And again, I'll say it's the Randy Moss, Terrell Owens effect. If those guys could have kept their brains in check,
right,
they probably could have blown away Jerry Rice's records. And I couldn't tell you which one could have did it because at the rate that those guys scored touchdowns and receiving yards, it was ridiculous. But I always had to hear some chirping, some this, some that. Just shut up and play football.
Right.
I get it. I'm not saying Russell Westbrook is a bad person. I'm just saying I don't know if he's the best teammate.
He's probably not the best teammate, but who is the best teammate these days?
I guess a guy who stays with a team.
Yeah. Who?
James Harden.
Harden?
Who? He changed his game to fit into the Nets.
I do give him credit for that. He did. He did change.
Well, you have to change your game when you're playing with Kyrie Irving and Durant. Like, you have to pass more.
No, what I heard, this is what I heard. I heard that they all sat down and talked about it.
Right.
As opposed to just maybe coming into a team and deciding what you're going to be.
I'd love to see the Lakers play Brooklyn. I think it would be great for basketball.
The thing with the Lakers is they have to stay healthy.
Absolutely.
If they don't have an Anthony Davis, I don't think they have a chance.
Oh, no, they won't have a chance. You're absolutely right. I mean, if they don't stay healthy,
and I'm very surprised how they're a favorite over the 2 seed. They're a 7 seed, and they're a favorite over the Suns.
They should be a favorite over everybody except for maybe Brooklyn.
Think so?
Absolutely. Really? They're the defending champions.
Again, I'm a big Lakers fan, but I do take it into perspective and eat my humble pie when I guess maybe because they're a 7 seed because of the injuries.
Well, they are. They were a 3rd seed, right? When all this happened, or 3rd or 4th seed when and they're a 7 seed. They really were. Well, they had the play-in tournament. That was a good game the other night.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Shot, I was like,
What's that? Washington.
So they're still alive.
Yeah,
they won. They're in.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're the 8th seed. They play the Nets.
Good.
I mean, no, I'm sorry. They play Philly.
Philly. Yeah, Philly.
They play Philly.
Good. Indiana's boring.
Yeah, Philly will. I think Philly's going to wipe them out. I mean, I don't think if Philly's healthy, if Philly stays healthy, it could get interesting. And then you got Milwaukee. The East is tough.
I don't think Milwaukee's that good. I don't know if they could beat the Nets. I don't know if they could beat Philly.
I think they have more chemistry this year than we've seen in the last 2 years, but they still are up against some pretty big challenges as they head into the second.
You want to know? You want to know why I think that? And it's not because of the players they have. I think it's because of their leader, Giannis.
Yeah.
At times, he's very inconsistent.
Right.
He's not always putting up the amount of points he should be putting up. Again, I'm not going to give a number, but I mean, if you're a leader of a team like him with his talent, you know what?
Have you seen his stats this year again?
Have not seen Giannis' stats.
They're just as strong as they were in his MVP season.
Okay.
I mean, he's been solid. I think that team is just, they're missing something. And they brought in that other kid who's been good for them. They have Middleton.
Yeah, Chris Middleton's good.
Chris Middleton's a good player. Holiday? They have Holiday?
Drew Holiday.
Yeah, he was hurt, and then he came back and played well. So they have that other kid that comes. He's not off the bench. The kid from Villanova.
Oh, Di Matteo? No.
Yeah, DiVincenzo.
Yeah,
DiVincenzo.
Good, solid player. But I don't think anybody beats Brooklyn in the East as long as Brooklyn remains healthy and they play well. I mean, they shouldn't have any issues. They may be challenged a little bit, but it'd be tough.
I think it's a little tougher with Aldridge going down and retiring.
Do you really? Boy, he was on there for 2 games.
Yeah, but he was a 6'11" big that was starting to show some life. Now Blake Griffin, I think
Griffin.
He could be the X factor in a lot of these
catalyst
series.
Right there.
Yeah, I think Blake Griffin's the X factor.
He's getting his legs back again. He's
starting to throw down dunks.
Right.
He said he hadn't dunked in 2 years.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I think they're still going to be very difficult to beat if they remain healthy. Even the Lakers are going to have a hard time with them. If the Lakers can go 3 on the road, I don't know if they're going to just be beat up to the point where they
like I said, watch out for Phoenix being disrespected.
I know.
Number 2 seed, underdogs. Everybody's talking about the Lakers all of a sudden.
They've been great. Devin Booker, Chris Paul.
If you're a real basketball fan, I don't think you can just push aside Phoenix.
I think they're going to be very
good players. Guys that have been, Chris Paul is one of my favorite players.
Great player.
One of my favorite of a team I don't even root for.
Right.
I love his game, love the way he plays. Sometimes he lights it up, sometimes he dishes it out. He's like, you don't know what he's going to do.
Great leadership.
He's so dangerous.
This is the first time that him and LeBron are going to meet in the playoffs, and he's been in the league for 16 years, and LeBron's been in the league for 18.
Wow.
And this is the first time. Yeah, well, Chris Paul really hasn't been on any great teams. I mean, he was on good teams. The one team, I guess the Clippers.
The Clippers.
When you had Blake Griffin in his prime, but they really didn't have a good bench at that point. They were competitive, but they weren't great teams. But, now he's on a young team. I think Phoenix needs another veteran. They don't really have that really go-to veteran. They're putting a lot on Booker. You got the center, solid kid. Number 1 pick a couple years back, good player. But I don't know. I just think if the Lakers,
I'm not going to take Phoenix lightly. I think they're extremely dangerous.
Right. I think they may win in. I think the Lakers will win in 6 or 7. I do. Maybe 6. It depends. Again, it all depends on the injuries. If LeBron remains healthy with Anthony Davis.
Injuries, and you know what? Last year, and again, I don't know if this is a good telltale sign, but last year I noticed when the Lakers played their first, I would say anywhere from 1 to 3, how they played those first 1 to 3 pretty much dictated how they were going to go in their series.
Right.
And they knew, they stumbled. I know I think one of the series they lost the first game, but then they came back and they roared back. I think they were good, and their coach, who I really don't know much about, but I was kind of impressed, Frank Vogel, he was able to figure out the weaknesses of these teams and how to expose them with what he had. So I mean,
they can't come out. Yeah, the problem that the Lakers are going to have is they can't come out flat like they did the other night and expect to win every game like that at the end, because that LeBron James reality is it was a lucky shot. He had to put it up. Great shot, but it was a luck. That's not going to happen all the time. That doesn't fall for him. He's not Curry. Curry will hit that shot 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. LeBron will hit a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was watching the game, and
Great game.
Definitely a little shocked. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I hope the Warriors win tonight, but they got to play. You got to still play the game. And Memphis is not a pushover.
No.
But I like to see Golden State Warrior fan, but I think it's good for the NBA to have Curry in the playoffs. Always is.
Definitely.
And they can give Utah some problems with Donovan Mitchell being out, unless he's supposed to come back. But if he's out, it could get interesting.
Let's talk about Denver either.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think anybody can sleep on Denver. But Murray's out, right?
I think so. Yeah.
They can't. I don't think they could win. Maybe a series. I don't know if they'll get past that second round with Murray out. And then they have they're playing Dallas, right? Dallas, Denver. That's an interesting series. I mean, I don't know. I like what Dallas does. Good player. Good players.
So Frank, break down your Knicks in the last couple of minutes here.
Actually, I have an interesting story about the Knicks. I'm just trying. I don't know where his name is. So the guy, the song "Go New York, Go New York, Go," right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy who wrote that song, he was a small-time DJ in New York, and he wrote that song in his closet, because this is the story that I've heard. When he wrote that song, he sold it. I believe it was to Ernie Grunfeld at the time, who was the Knicks general manager, owner, whatever he was. He sold it for $4,000, but it cost him $5,000 to get the song written. Once he got the song written, he was getting multiple deals from other teams to write songs like that, because they saw how much of an effect it had on his favorite home team. So the twist in this whole story is he is now living in Atlanta, and he's a part owner of the Hawks.
Really?
So he wrote the song for his beloved Knicks, but now he's rooting for his Hawks,
which is going to be a really good series. That Knicks Hawks series is a really good series.
I think that it's going to be interesting. I think the Knicks can win it.
They should win it.
They definitely can lose it.
They should win it, though, only because they just have more well-rounded players. Barrett should step up. Obviously, Randall's had an incredible year. The Hawks have
Rose.
Yeah, they're going to be. I'd love to see the Knicks play the Nets in the playoffs. Just for basketball, it's great.
Yeah, for the city of New York.
I mean, even if they get swept by the Nets, it's still great for basketball. And then you got the Heat, who nobody's talking about, and they got to play Milwaukee the first round. And people are saying that that's upset in the making.
It was last year.
It was.
Yeah,
and the Heat are just starting to gel.
Can they get that magic again?
I don't know, but I'd love to see. I mean, that's another great. If we could bring back like possibly the Heat playing the Knicks in the series, somewhere down the line could happen. That'd be amazing. Just good for basketball. This is a good year for basketball. You got LeBron, obviously 18 years in the league. You got Curry back maybe in the playoffs after tonight. You got the Knicks. You got the Heat. You got the Nets now. It's going to be interesting.
There's a lot of good teams in there. You got if Curry gets in, does that mean every MVP candidate will be playing in the playoffs?
Yes. It was only 3.
Right, I know. 3.
Yeah, Embiid, Jokic, and him.
Curry, and Embiid.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty.
Yeah, I don't like that whole only 3. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know
why don't they do 5 or 6? Why does it matter? I mean, you could still add. You could add Giannis in there. You could add Westbrook in there. You could make a case. Who
do you think deserves the MVP? Your opinion. You had a vote today.
Yeah, I mean,
Homer,
Denver,
Jokic.
No, yeah, he's had an incredible year. I mean, look at his statistics, man. For a center, he's been incredible.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I love what Curry has done, and he's obviously kept the team where he is, and he's
without Curry, we're not even talking about him tonight.
Right. I mean, I think he's second. I think Curry is second, and I think Embiid had he stayed healthy.
He was hurt, yeah.
But him being hurt, I think, really has hurt his chances. I think I would probably put him third in that bunch. But I mean, Jokic. I mean, he's really good.
He's for a big dude.
Yeah,
he is mad.
Yeah.
Mad slippery.
Yeah,
He is not an easy player to cover. I watched him play last year against the Lakers. I'm like, who is this guy? This guy swerves like a snake. He's like 7 feet tall.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Curry wins it. At his age, doing what he's doing, putting up, 31.8 points a game? I mean, that's tremendous, guys. I mean, yes, he's a ball hog too. But he scores.
He's a different kind of ball hog.
I know. Because when he shoots the three, you have complete trust that it's going to fall.
Like, I don't know. I think, again, he's more of maybe because of the way did anybody hear what Russell Westbrook said? He said, there's nobody like me. There's nobody will ever be like me. I'm the best at I'm like, who are you?
Right. Westbrook is an incredible all-around player.
I've never heard Curry say that ever.
Well, Curry's got an ego.
Oh, he's got an ego.
I mean, he does his little dances after his three.
Oh, no. I see it more on the court than I do on a press conference. And that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. I got no problems with that.
No, I mean, Curry, he talks the talk and walks the walk.
Curry, one of my favorite players for a team I do not root for. And I just think I'd never seen anybody shoot like that. Never.
Nobody has.
Not Jordan, not Will Chamberlain.
No, nobody has. He's the greatest shooter who's ever played this game.
I've never seen it. Dude, I don't know. I think he could do it turned around with his eyes closed in one arm. I mean, the other night was real impressive to me. And he's got this shot where he's got this like floater, and it's from like 10 feet out, but it's an incredible shot because it literally will go over. And he's got it down to like. Dude, they had to take out Schroeder because he was eating them up.
Yeah, he can't. He's going to give you his 35. If the other parts of that team can play, and you get 20 out of Wiggins, you're in the game. I mean, if you can imagine if we had Thompson back this year.
If you had Thompson back, you'd probably be a higher seed.
We'd be a top 3-4 seed right there.
Yeah, probably.
So it gets interesting then, and that's why next year it could be really good for them. They also get the pick from Minnesota. If Minnesota falls out of the top 3, they get Minnesota's pick.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty awesome.
I mean, they got some good backup players.
They do. Well, they have to. They're super erratic. Either they're going to put up 125. Or they're going to put up 100 and they won't win.
What's the guy's name? Is it Looney? Mooney?
Yeah, Looney, the center.
Yeah.
We got Wiseman, but he got hurt.
Yeah, Wiseman got hurt.
Listen, it's going to take him a couple of years to really get his game down, but he's got some pretty amazing raw talent. It's going to take a little time, though, for him. He's played 3 college games? And he's playing in the NBA? I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Crazy.
Well, when they get Clay back, I think they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with.
As long as Clay stays healthy,
he's got to stay healthy.
They all do.
That is the key.
Right.
Yeah, they both have to stay healthy.
Right. All right, my friends, are we wrapping up?
Yeah, but we're already off Blackjack TV because Chris is on doing Sports Wagering Zone. So
cool.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I got to roll.
Yep, I got to go myself.
Where are you going?
I have to take my mother-in-law to the hospital. And then I have to go wash my car and I have to go run some errands.
No, you don't.
Maybe I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Dude, I've had 3 days off this week. I've done nothing for myself. I've been running.
Nothing.
Okay.
Watch the Son of Sam documentary.
Son of Sam, yeah.
4 episodes on Netflix. It's very interesting. We can talk about it next week.
Okay, I'll definitely watch it. Oh, you know what I've been watching that's pretty good? Has anybody seen Jupiter Ascending?
No, I never watched it.
That's a crazy show.
That's the guy. Oh, it's a show?
No, it's a series.
Oh, I didn't know that. There was a movie, I think, that was made by the
No, that's not the one with Channing Tatum.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Hold on, maybe I got the name. I think I keep getting the name wrong. I'll tell you.
Jupiter Rising?
Jupiter's Legacy.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Check it out.
It's Josh. How do you say his name? Dumamel.
Oh yeah.
Fergie's ex-husband.
I want to watch The Shield. I've never watched it.
You know, I heard it's coming back. I heard, what's the other show? Oh shoot, on FX, the one I was in West Virginia with Timothy Oliphant as the.
I never liked that show.
Oh,
I never watched the last season. I heard they're making another season out of that.
Really?
Well, you've never watched The Shield.
No.
I've never seen The Shield.
You're gonna love.
I know. I'm gonna love it. I gotta know.
You're gonna see. You know what the funny part is? You're gonna see a lot of guys, and I'm not gonna tell you who.
Right.
A lot of guys that were in Sons of Anarchy.
Right, I heard about that.
Because I think what's his name? Kirk Sutton.
Yeah, he's the guy who wrote it.
He's involved in one of the writers on there.
Yeah.
You know who his wife is?
Yes,
Katie Seagal.
Katie Seagal. That show's pretty good too. You watch that?
Rebel? I haven't watched it. But Jupiter's Legacy is pretty interesting. It's a superhero movie, but like his daughter's like she's nuts, drug addict, sex addict.
Have you guys seen The Boys?
Powers.
Have you seen The Boys?
I have not seen The Boys. I heard that's pretty good.
Incredible.
This one's pretty good too. I really got it.
I'll check it out. I'll start watching it.
I'm still gonna watch This Is Us. All right.
Yeah, I never watched it.
No, I do.
I'll send you a box of tissues.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Frank, what are you off next week?
I don't know. I got to check.
Yeah, I'm good.
You off for your birthday?
Keep me posted.
No, I can't be off on my birthday. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Listen, tell the eyes that it's your birthday and you're off.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, tell Anthony to,
Nobody asked what jersey I'm wearing today.
I saw it. It was Yankees.
Yeah, but you don't know which one.
Godzilla.
Oh, how'd you know?
Because you walked up.
Wow.
My Godzilla jersey.
They're getting hot, my friends. They're getting hot.
They are.
Real quick. See, you're not a true Yankee fan.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
There's a name in the back of your jersey.
Name's on the back. Yeah, I got a couple with the name not on the back. Shut your mouth.
I'm out.
See you guys later.
Peace.
Later.